go to Bikini Bottom, turn the bubbles on. It's actually raining today, so we really out here. Start the poll, let them know you want a personal reading, $5 for a question. I'll pull the cards for you, so let's see. Send cash out. For a person. That's what I'm talking about. Tapping in, tuning in, showing some love and abundance. Put a like in there as soon as you tap in. That's what I'm talking about. As soon as they come in, liking, comment, yeah, energy. $5 for the first question, 3-card spread. 3. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Ashay. I'm loving the energy already. I'm hyped. Not even 2 minutes. Just getting it on set up. I'm hyped. I'm happy. All right. $5 for the first question, 3-card spread, and then we'll do. I'm just leaving like that. 10 for clarification or second. 10 for clarification or second question. Yeah. Hold on, you good, baby? You okay? Good morning.
Good morning.
You okay, baby? Baby, you okay? Can I? How you edit it? I'm not gonna do it. Thank you. Okay, let's set up. And the more you can see, the better, right? Welcome to another episode of Tangential Thoughts. I'm your host, Q, the Energy Sage. And so, if you are a returning subscriber, then thank you so much for your continued love, support, investment into the channel. If you are a new viewer, then I would say consider subscribing and looking through the playlist, because it's a lot of content, and I think you'll find something that you're already interested in or that you may be interested in. You didn't know that you was interested in. It's a lot of content that I'm just putting up and showing and sharing. So definitely make sure you peruse to the channel and just get lost in the sauce, all right? Tangential Thoughts is a guided journal that you can purchase on Amazon. It's filled with quotes. Some of the quotes you heard before, some of the quotes I just heard in conversation. And then it's the quote, and it's my response to the quote, and then it gives you a chance to journal and wrestle and get down any of your thoughts, feelings, and emotions. So even if this side doesn't really resonate with you, you still got a space to get your own thoughts out and on paper. And you know what I'm saying? They're taking it from here, from your mental headspace, and pulling it into the world. So just like I open up to this page, the goal is that maybe one day we'll come in contact with each other. I'll be able to take a Polaroid of you and tape it into your book, take another Polaroid, tape it into my book, and then we can swap books. I'll give you my Arthur copy, and then you can write a message in here, and then I'll give you, and you can give me your copy, and I can sign that as well and leave a message in there. So that's all I've been doing actually anyway. It's just as I'm encountering people and getting certain energies and frequencies, I'm talking to people like, yo, you got some information, you got some knowledge. I like your energy right now. Can you sign my book? You know what I'm saying? And so, Big Talk, Big Goal, my manifestation here came to life on August 8th. And one of my friends, she took me out. We was able to go to the cigar bar and lounge. She got me 2 cigars. This is the one that I smoked. The other one I kept as a souvenir, you know what I'm saying? Because that was a big momentous occasion for me. And we got people to sign it. The waiter signed it. The waiter, waitress, she signed it. The person who even took our pictures, he signed it. He was a DJ. And she left a little message in my book. I left a message in her book. And I left her, and I made sure she got a couple Polaroids as well. So that's the dream goal, big manifestation there. And it's coming together each and every day. If you were tuned in yesterday, you saw how I met a lady from the Soviet Union. She was walking past, you know what I'm saying, engaging her, started talking to her, and on the spot had a little interview. I learned some stuff from her. She you know what I'm saying, she told me about, because I was like, what's the difference between the Soviet Union and Russia? And she said, Russia is a country inside of the Soviet Union. Didn't know that. And she's like, the Soviet Union is actually 15 countries. And she said, Russia's the biggest country in the world. It's 1/6 of the Earth's, it takes up, I think 1/6, from what she said, I'm gonna have to go verify this, but she said it takes up 1/6 of the planet. And I'm sitting here like, that is so, and it's like, you don't realize or even think about that because we might look at a globe or look at a map and we think that, you know, things are relative in their space, but it's like, no, they're much bigger than they seem and that they actually are. And that's I'm not sure the reasoning behind that, but things aren't, when you look at a map or a scale, things aren't drawn to actual scale. They're not drawn to like how big they actually are. And so that's something that's why this is called tangential thoughts, going off onto a tangent of something random and, you know what I'm saying, just wanting to learn. So we've gotten through the beginning. We got our intro. We're getting our intro script down packed. I said everything but that. And so now we're actually going to go ahead and jump into the tarot portion of the reading. And so starting off with the archetype, the Archeo deck, and seeing what parts of ourselves, because there are parts of you. There's a hypocritical part to you. There's a truthful, honest part to you. There, you know what I'm saying? There's a heroic, brave part to you. There's a lion spirit attached to you. Like there's parts of you that need to show up throughout the day, throughout a day at any given point in time. And certain parts of you will serve you best in certain areas, situations, and times. So let's move to the Archeo deck. Let's go ahead and jump in. Move to the Archeo deck and see, for today, which part of ourselves will best serve us today as we work with the energies that we will encounter throughout the day. Which part of ourselves will best serve us today? Which parts of ourselves will best serve us today? If you want to, other ways you can contribute to the channel, just like, comment, subscribe, sharing. That's all free content. That's all free. And if you want to take a step further, those Cash App donations help us continue sustaining and going forth like that. And it's like, somebody had said, oh, I was on Threads this morning. And so if you ever see me on Threads, I'm trolling. Do not take anything. I go on Threads and I start trolling people. Because I'm making myself laugh. It's just, if I'm going to be up here, I'm doing whatever, I'm in the funk, whatever. I'm going to go on Threads, see some cool whatever, or I'm sharing whatever, sharing some thoughts, frequencies, energies. But if I'm seeing people say some stuff, I don't think you can beat me anyway. You know what I'm saying? If it was an actual hand fight, you couldn't beat me. And if you're talking about guns, I don't think, you know what I'm saying, I'm accurate. So, daggone, I just be on threads, just trolling, having fun, triggering people. I trigger them to a point where it's like, all right, I know you're mad now, so I'm gonna leave you alone. So, and then I just stop responding. So that's what I'm saying. If you see me on threads, I'm really trolling. Do not take anything serious. Slightly, there's a little truth behind every joke, right? So somebody said on threads, the question was, if you could get $50,000, but the condition is the person that you hate most in the world will get 100,000, would you still take it? Yes. I said I'll turn 50K into $1 billion. I know how to move. I know how to flip it. I know how to make it work. What makes you think that? Because you know what I'm saying? Because it's about your mindset. It's really your mindset. It's really on some. Because there's people who have come into a windfall of money and then end up right back where they were because their mental space is there. They live mentally in this certain space. They're more comfortable in this space and in this setting. I said, for me, and I've done this before. I don't know if anybody else, if you've never done this before, but it might be something to take practice of or take heed in or to try it out. I say it doesn't matter how much money I come in contact with, I know what to do with it. Like, it doesn't matter what tier of money it is. Like, I really have sat down, I'm like, well, if it's 50K, I'm gonna do boom, 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 boom. If it's 10K, I'm gonna boom, 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 boom. If it's $1 million, I'm gonna boom, boom. Like, knowing how to really spend it and use it to your best ability, I've really done that. Like, the different tiers, from 10 to 20 to 50K to 100K, to $500,000 to who wants to be a millionaire? To $1 million, $2 million. It doesn't matter how much money it is. I know what I want to do with it. Like I have a plan for it. That is like, it's like, oh yeah, if I get this much, I'm doing boom, boom, boom. And it's like, I really know how to invest it and flip it in such a way that it'll always regenerate, recircle, and sustain and keep going. So let's see what this first archetype popping up for us. First one is the Magician. This is the card of alchemy. And so the last time I went back and read this, the thing was, it's seeing beyond the mundane. I don't even want to say mundane. Seeing beyond the physical reality of where we are and things like that. Because sometimes we get trapped in the physical moment. Yes, you do need to be present, be grounded in this and a third. But sometimes it's like, okay, I know that this is what I'm experiencing right now, what I have right now. What if it's just an illusion? What if it's a hint to what's coming? What if it's a hint to the abundance that I'm going to have coming forward? And it's like, can you walk around your house and just say thank you? I see this couch here, and I love this couch, but I'm gonna say thank you. I love this couch. Just knowing that I'm gonna be appreciative of what I have right now, but just knowing that if I have this couch that I love right here, oh man, the couch I'm gonna have next, man, I'm already grateful for it. Or I see the dog that I have now, the pets that I have now, oh man, the pets that I'm gonna have coming up for it, thank you. I'm so blessed right now. Being appreciative of what you have, seeing beyond the physical. And it's like, because what if life is just a hint and it's just a path of showing you what's coming up and what's going forward? Because I forgot to really flesh out this point the other day, but Jordan Belfort is like, we all is a thermometer. And when you get to a certain temperature, if you're comfortable there, you just get comfortable there. You just stay at that temperature. If it's 75 degrees, you stay right there. But some people they had 50 degrees and it's angst. They're like, I don't like this. And they keep working and this and third, and it gets to 75 degrees. But at 75, it's still, and it's like going all the way, seeing beyond where you're at and think, man, it's 75 degrees. Let me go for 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 100 degrees, break the thermometer. You know what I'm saying? So this is a card of seeing beyond and creating worlds. All right, next. Next card. What parts of us need to pop up and show up for us today? We have the Jester. Now I love when the Jester come out, because that just gives me confidence to start really talking how I want to talk. Because this is that card of saying what you want to say and doing what you want to do, and whatever you're thinking and saying, you know what I'm saying, bring a highlight to whatever it is. If you don't like something, you think something's unfair, injustice, and things like that, the Jester is allowed to talk about the king. The Jester is allowed to talk about society without persecution. So whenever this card pops up, just know I will be trolling people, and I'm going to be talking people however I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And just keeping it going. They had a riddle today. The riddle, it was a meme, and it showed a prisoner. This just happened. It showed a prisoner, and the prisoner had a stick, and it was a piece of bread and a key, and it was a piece of bread and a key, and the prisoner was going for the piece of bread and not the key. So the question was, why is he going for the piece of bread and not the key? And if you can answer, you're a philosopher. That got me already, because I am a philosopher. That's just energy that I'm going to always embody. I am a philosopher. I am a poet. I am a king. I am a ruler. I am a pharaoh. I am who I am. That's shit. It's like, I'm always going to step into that energy. I'm a ruler. I am a magician. I am magical. I am alchemy. I am chemistry. I am philosophy. I am all. So, my thing was, I said, well, maybe he's using the stick I was like, he can get both. Because it's like, why is he going for the bread, not the key? I was like, he can get both. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't mean that the stick is going to break. You know what I'm saying? Nothing says the stick is going to break, so he can just pull the bread in, and then I was like, and if anything, he'll probably then use the bread to drag and pull the key in, getting both. That, you know what I'm saying? The dude gonna say, maybe, he said maybe, what the heck did he say? Maybe he can only choose one. I said, you're adding conditions that wasn't present. We're not talking about maybes. We're just saying we're saying what's given and what's present, and working with that energy right there. And then I went on, and I was about to keep going at it, and I did, but I deleted it because I didn't want to ruffle no feathers. But I was on some stuff like, you have a limited mindset. You're adding conditions that aren't present and that aren't there. You know what I'm saying? Have an abundant mindset. And I'm like, he can get that piece of bread and he can get the key. And I said, if you want to go further with it, you don't even know if that key works to the lock. So like, it's smarter thinking here. It's like, let's go. And I'm like, I love riddles. Let's really think about our mindset and expand it, and because riddles leave it open for interpretation. Let's explore all possibilities. That's what the magician is there about. Exploring those possibilities. Seeing, what do you see when you see the card? There's a card within this card. What is this? Is this a star? How many things on this star? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 things on this star. And what is this? Is it an oval? Is it just a circular shape? Is it an egg? What's inside the egg? The chicken? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? And it's like, and is it going to give birth to what? Is this a dinosaur egg? Boy, I've been wanting, you know, when I was younger, I used to really want a dinosaur egg. I used to really want a dinosaur. I used to really want, like, I was like, yo, they got an egg out here? I was like, if they find an old egg, I'm going to make that joint hatch, yo. Man, they should bring back dinosaurs if they can. But is this a dinosaur egg? Here's a key. A key to what? What's it open? Does it open everything? Is there a key that opens all locks? Things like that. It's interpretation. How do we see it? What are we seeing here? What are you seeing in the day, throughout the day? Are you seeing more than what's present? Are you seeing opportunities? There's the tree. Do you see the chair in the tree? Do you see the table out the tree? I'm sitting here looking at swing sets. I saw a wooden bike the other day. Bikes were made out of wood. It's like, can you see it inside of it? Even though it's not present there in your mind, what does your mind start to see? Let's get this last one here, because this one's for us. And what comes out? The inventor. The card of Leonardo and Archimedes. Pulling it all together. Working with your creative side and your logic side. Saying, because your logic side is limited. It's logical. It thinks one way. Your creative side is limited. It thinks in a certain way. And then mixing them two together is a card of alchemy. So we got the Magician here, and we got the Jester here with the Inventor. What I'm going to say is, use words, because in order to use your words, that means you also have to be thinking. Before you can speak something, you got to say it. You got to think. Before you can speak something, you got to say it. Before you can speak something, you got to think it. So let's use our mind to speak freely, to build and create our own magical world here. What opportunities can we create just by thinking it? And so I'm gonna do one little next shuffle, because I know I've been staying on this for a little minute. And then I'm gonna say, just pull the next 6 cards and see. The next 6 are external influences and factors. Got the Demon, and it came out yesterday. It came out twice yesterday. And this is a card of your addictions, repulsions, and I made sure I read it before I, which part again, just to tap back into it. And the thing about it though is finding out those things that you are addicted to, that do repulse you, that make you run away. What are you running from? Or what makes you get up and move really fast? And those vices. And so this is a card of, if you shy away from it, or if you self-indulge, you're losing. However, if you take the time to be aware and saying, hey, this is something that, why am I running from this? Why am I running towards it? And being able to temper ourselves, because it can highlight how, if you are aware that you have a certain addiction, what makes you think that somebody else isn't aware of it? And they might use that against you. Hey, this person's at a low moment. Maybe if I just tempt them with this. I know that they need some emotional support right now. Maybe if I just step in and act like I'm being emotionally supportive. Or they need, you know what I'm saying? Or they need money, they need food. I can tempt them with da-da-da, and you get lured right into it. But if you're aware, it can put you on game to manipulation that you may face. Next card, we got the Wolf Spirit. That wolf is almost like the survivor. For me, I always come back to the intentionality behind your moves and your actions. When you move based off intentionality and not just because it's moving for survival. Knowing the ways of the land and making sure, like, okay, if I got this much, this is how I'm gonna do it, this is how I'm gonna spend it. Or I know that I'm gonna say this and do this so it can get me into the next spot, put me in this room here. Next card is our Dreamer card, a card of following our inspirations, passions, and dreams, day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? How much time are you really committing to your abundance? How much time are you really committing to your perfection? How much time are you committing to your happiness? Next one is the Fatalis card. The Fatalis card, she's blindfolded, walking, and so she's trusting her intuition. She can't see forward. And so all she's doing is, I'm just gonna take one step at a time. I'm just gonna trust that I'm gonna fall on solid ground. I'm gonna take this leap of faith. I'm gonna take a step out on faith, because it's all about taking that first step. Not being able to see the whole staircase, but still, I'm just gonna, it's dark right now, I'm just gonna put one foot in front of the other and move forward and not even focus on, I can't even see these little people over here. Look how big she is, and look how little they are, trying to control you understand what she's doing, and she's not looking, can't see him, still moving forward on faith, not knowing what's going to happen. Next is the Healer, and I gotta cover up the chest there. The one thing about the Healer, and I think I always blah blah blah. I always focus this card as a card of healing and rest. I'm gonna call it healing. Rest. and providing what you need, and so that you have that comfort. And I think even like my first time seeing this card, Bailee, my first time seeing the card, what pops out is that chest area, and so how breast can be like a pillow for you, something to rest on and just lean on and just be comfort and just lay. You know what I'm saying? Bailee. Okay. Amigo. Teach me some Spanish, man. Teach me a word.
English poquito.
Poquito means a little bit.
Poquito.
Hello. You about to have a meeting? You about to have a meeting? Oh, never.
No. Ay, Margaret, vea que si hay asadores cerca.
Last one is the Falcon card. Now the Falcon card is a card of you send the bird up, and the Falcon knows the ways of the land, and it has the best path for you. The thing is, you're not a bird. You don't have the wings yet, so you have to still traverse the land to get to that destination. But this is the part of following. This is the part of knowing the direction and path to go. You still got to take the steps. You still got to take necessary action to get to your destination. The boy wrote in the book, your path is your only destination. And I like that. Your path is your only destination. Awesome. All right, so let's jump into the tarot portion. Let's jump into the tarot portion. Slightly different order. I'm going to do the OG first instead of the shadow. So it's the OG, staying with the color card, and then move to the shadow. So why is the magician here? What's the magician about? Oh, looks like it's about to be an event today. Setting up. Alright, so why is the magician card here? That's the first archetype. That's the first energy we need to embody. Magician. Why is the magician? What's the energy for today? What's the advice for today? What's the energy for today? What's the advice for today? What energy should we be embodying? What energy should we be embodying? What is the advice for today? So why is the magician card here? Let's stop right there. We got the Four of Cups in reverse, and we got the rest in reverse, like see the next card behind it, but upright, that's a card of projecting. Upright is a card of projecting, so in reverse, we need to accept. And it's like not, and it's also kind of not seeing something. It's like focusing on these three cups and not seeing what's being offered here. And so the next card right behind it, that's cups, that's water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. And then we have the Hangman also coming out in reverse. Now the Hangman upright, he sees the world from a certain perspective. He's chilling, all right? He's chilling here. He sees the world from a certain view, and everybody else doesn't. And so upright, maybe this is other people also, because this is major arcana. So this is the world waking up to, you know what I'm saying, a newfound perspective as well. Maybe even taking action. And so that was another reversal. Okay, now we have the Three of Cups. And then one thing I've been noticing, if I see too many reversals, that means that's a card of, oh, you need to relax today. You don't need to, you know what I'm saying, doing too much. But now we have the Three of Cups here, some more water energy. Oh, we're from the Four of Cups. Hangman, now the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, some more water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but you know, cups refer to relationships, emotions, and their heart space. And so, this is nice. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the Three of Cups. We had those three cups here, and that one cup that's not being seen, and that's that one cup that's being left out there. And so with the Hangman, this is that person becoming like, oh snap, you know what? Let's go ahead. There's this extra cup out here. You know what I'm saying? Let's use that one as well, seeing that and accepting and receiving that, and let's celebrate it. It's a card of celebration and something worth celebrating and cheering, raising our chalice. All right, nice. And we're definitely gonna move into the shadow side, but this is what's coming up on top of the Magician. Remember, like we said, seeing beyond. Remember, because we had the Magician pop up first. Had the Magician pop up, which is the card of seeing beyond. So, and here, usually looking at those three of cups, and not focusing on that one here. You know what I'm saying? Going from a 4 to a 3, there's that one cup out there. Seeing that one cup. Here's the Hangman. He's illuminated. Yeah, see, making connections. And illuminated, sees that one cup, and now here's this celebration. All right, let's raise our glass and toast. Nice. Okay. Why is the next energy that we needed to embody for today is the Jester card. The next energy that we need to embody for today is the Jester card. So why is the Jester here for us? Why is the Jester here for us? Got the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of juggling. This is Earth energy towards Virgo, Capricorn. And so in reverse, no longer juggling, and it's a reversal. So I see the next card behind it. Queen of Cups. So cups are very much present. We have the 4 of Cups, 3 of Cups, and now we also have the Queen of Cups here. It's a very nurturing energy. And it's a support card. It could represent a person or it could represent energy that we need to embody. You know what I'm saying? And it's coming over top of the Jester. So speaking, remember, the Jester speaks freely, regardless of what other people say, think, or feel. The Jester is the one who's able to speak without persecution, and then no longer juggling. You know what I'm saying? No longer juggling, and even if it's because we're in this heart-based time and of feelings and emotions, and this is the person who's like, you know what? I'm tired of juggling. I'm tired of this, that, and third. I'm tired of this, that, and third. I'm going to speak up for myself, and this is going to lead to my happiness. This is going to lead to my emotional heart space here. You know what I'm saying? Speaking up for our emotions. That's how we're going to interpret that one. And we'll ask some clarification. So the last one that we need to embody for today is the Inventor. And thank you so much for that like. Thank you so much for sharing some abundance and some positivity. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for that. I really do appreciate it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, see? That's so hype. That's because that's the second person who came in and boom, dropping a like. Boom, automatically knowing what to do. You know what I'm saying? Tapping in and tuning in, sharing that abundance, sharing that positivity. And it's definitely a chill for time for a moment here. And you see all the people coming in, so yeah, I'm gonna get through this reading. You know what I'm saying? I'm staying in my spotlight here. You never know what energies might, you know what I'm saying, come about. That's all I'm saying. Let's send us some food. I don't want to bless us with some food. You never know. I don't know what they're celebrating. But we got 3 of Cups here. Card of celebration. We seeing it right here in front of us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's it. All right. Right here. Okay, I was about to do it. Let me just go ahead and do it over like this. You know what I'm saying? Just following the heart space and emotions. And this other card is flipped up. Had the Queen of Wands flipped up. I'm just going to put that outside because it also came out in reverse. We don't want that, you know what I'm saying? We don't want that manipulative person. We don't want this. It was upright inside the deck. Throwing that outside. I'm not looking at that. Okay, why is the Inventor card here? Why is the Inventor card here? Nine of Swords, and so Swords is air energy, Gemini is Aquarius. It's also thoughts, frequency being stuck in our head. She has this comfort blanket, and this is part of that reoccurring nightmare, this reoccurring dream. Stepping out of that, getting rid of that, letting that go. Look at the next one behind it. Why are we letting that go? So we can start, it's the 10 of Wands here. 10, 1 plus, you know what I'm saying? We were carrying that, both of that right there is a mental entrapment, a recurring dream. Then this 10 of Wands is a heavy burden. That those thoughts, energies, and frequencies were burdening us. It was too heavy for us to carry. That energy that's not even ours. And that's a 9 to a 10. So moving forward, in 10, 1 plus 0 is a 1, a new cycle beginning. And that's another reversal. King of Swords in reverse. Another more manipulative thought space energy, and that's another court card to represent a person. Why though? All of this is about what we are committing to. Here's the Lovers popping up, and here's some divine energy, major arcana, outside of our control, kinda. Because you know, energies and frequencies and abundance is attached to us in our life. We just gotta work with the energy. We have the Magician come up. We gotta work with it so that we can attract what we truly necessarily do desire. I put it up there the other day. It was like, everybody knows what they deserve, but for some reason every day they settle for what they have. You know what you deserve, and yet you settle for what you have. That sounds crazy to me. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands, another court card. And so with the Wands, a little fire energy popping up that is about our passions and projects. So let's go ahead and move to the OG deck. Let's move to the OG deck. Not the OG deck. We don't the OG side. We switch the order up. Let's move to the shadow side. Let's move to the shadow side. Let's move to the dark side of things and see what's going on here. So we have the Magician pop up, which is energy that we need to embody for today. That would best serve us for today, of creating some type of opportunity for ourselves. Definitely in a heart space time. And so we went from the Four of Cups in reverse to the Hangman in reverse, and then we had the Three of Cups. So why is the Magician? Why is the Magician? Why is the Magician? With this, what's this relationship? What's the celebration? What are we doing? Let's ask him more. Tower. And so this is that foundation being stripped up from underneath us, but letting go of those certain habits, certain addictions, certain things we may have always been doing that we have been doing this for so long and boom. Sunken cost fallacy. Knowing that just because you've been investing in something for so long, go ahead and get out of it. Get out of the investment. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's best to go ahead and cut ties with something and then start a brand new beginning and cycle somewhere else so that you can grow. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'll be watering a dead plant, hoping that it's going to grow. That don't sound like hope to me. That sounds like delusion. So sometimes it's best to go ahead and cut costs. Forget how much you've invested in it. It's like, you know what? I don't see no more growth in this situation. Letting that go. And let's go ahead and build and start fresh and new. Got the Tower coming up there. That's Aries energy, that's fire energy. Next. We have the Two of Pentacles, and this is the next energy that we had to embody is the Jester card. And it's the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then it came out to be the Queen of Cups. So the Jester, and Queen of Cups. What's this Queen of Cups about? What's the Two of Pentacles about? And now we got the Ten of Pentacles. Now we got the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. Stepping into nurturing your heart, speaking up for yourself about what you truly want to have as far as, let's say, what you truly deserve and desire. Pentacles is earth energy, those physical, tangible things in this realm, career and finances here. But speaking up for yourself and saying, this is what I deserve, this is what I desire, this is what I wish to maintain, and this is total fulfillment here, all right? As far as when it comes to career, finances, and those tangible things here. You see the two dogs, You see the two dogs? And even in such a space of, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 people. I see some grapes up here. When the last time you had a grape? I don't know the last time I had a grape. I want some grapes. But this is a card of being able to give. You know what I'm saying? Being able to give. Being able to feed my pets, my snake, my dragon. I'm gonna call Nagini a dragon. And Bailee, even though you may see a dog, I see her as a lion. So feeding my dragon and my lion. And then there's people out here that we're not even focused on. All we're focused on is our happy home. Nice. And now, this last part was the inventor. Now, with the inventor, we had a lot of reversals. It was the 9 of Swords, 10 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. And then it comes out to be like what we're committed to with the Lovers. So, I'll do 2 for this one. I'm gonna see why is the King of Swords here? Let me see why the King of Swords is here first. Because it's in reverse. King of Swords, then being clarified by the 9 of Pentacles. So definitely a person, because that's another court card. But they're facing each other. Okay. And then, hold on. Let me go and see why the Lovers is here. Let me see why the Lovers is here. Because the King of Swords, that ain't what you want. That King of Swords in reverse? Because that King of Swords was also with that 9 of Swords, and both of those swords was in reverse. A person who's trying to manipulate our thoughts. Now, who's trying to manipulate our thoughts and manipulate what we got going on? Because we also got this 10 of Wands here. Because they see that what we're trying to do. The King of Swords in reverse is trying to manipulate our thoughts. Because they see, because it was also the 10 of Wands in reverse, they're trying to manipulate our thoughts and energy and frequency that we don't pursue this new passion. Now we have this 9 of Pentacles though, and let's see what the Lovers is about. Let's see what the Lovers is about. What are we committing to? Stream card, Leo energy. Because we're gonna have to control it ourselves to bring forth. At the bottom of the deck, damn, 10 of Swords. Okay, hell yeah. But that's another cycle, another beginning, new coming up. Cool. So, all right, let me go ahead and move to the love section, and then we off this thing. So, with the love deck, the love oracle, first card, energy that needs to be let go of. Second card, energy that needs to be kept. And the last one, energy that needs to be learned. And I read the first 2 intuitively and read the last one from the book. That's the one that needs to be learned. You know what? I'm taking this one. Why I'm taking this one? Because what popped up, first one that came out is the Jester. And the Jester came out in the middle for us over here for archetype that we need somebody figure there. And then we got the Jester card here. I haven't actually read this one yet. I don't think I have yet. Well, I haven't read it enough to really remember it. Because with the love section, I only read the last one that comes out. And so I'm always going to be learning. I will be learning this deck for a while. But the number I popped up though is 38. 3 plus 8 is 11, which you don't break that down again because that's an ascendant master number. However, even though it's an ascendant master number, it depends on which frequency you're operating on. Because you can operate at an 11, or that 1 plus 1 is 2. Both are still good here. You got the Magician here. Either way, it's just that you can operate on a much more masterful, powerful frequency. And so we got the Jester card popping up, and that's when it needs to be let go of. Now, energy that needs to be kept. The mother. The mother is 8. 1 plus is 17. 17 and 1 plus 7 is 8. That is a cyclic number. That is a card of cycles. And 8, karma is king. 8 is a power number. We also had the strength card, which is also 8 for that major arcana. So this is the energy that needs to be kept. The mother, however you perceive a mother to be, I'm just going to say that mother should be, you would think, is nurturing. Because we have the mother over top of the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, yeah, the mother, and this comes over the Ten of Pentacles and that Queen of Cups. And it was that Two of Pentacles in reverse over top of that Jester. And so nurturing our heart space and what we're building here. Continue to build. Hello, hello, hello. And last one, energy that needs to be learned. Energy that needs to be learned. $39, the outsider. 3 plus 9 is 12. 12, 1 plus 2 is 3. A card of outward abundance. Okay. Going against the flow could be a helpful way to gain additional insights. Often, we can break up negative patterns and influences by ceasing to try and work it out. I said this earlier. That sunken cost fallacy, fallacy. Forget how much you've invested into something. Abandon ship and take a new path. Often we can break up negative patterns and influence by ceasing to try and work it out, and by creating a new path with our own set plans. Energy surrounding new ideas, opportunities, and even windfalls are present. The outsider does not risk loneliness. When placed within groups that already have established codes, but they are the great disruptors and inventors. We have the inventor card come out. That often create change for the better. So it's like when you in a situation, you're in a group setting, and you decide to, you know what, I'm not going to conform. You had the wolf pop up. One of the quotes in my book is, "Throw me to the wolves, and I'll return leading the pack," because it's about being thrown into a situation, and it's not just, you know what, I'm just going to conform and just follow the pack. No, it's not, who's the leader here? I'm taking out the leader, I'm going to assume power, and now the pack is going to move in the direction I want it to go. So you don't risk loneliness when placed within groups that have already established codes, but they are great disruptors and inventors. We have the inventor card come out. I'm going to change for the better and help others inspire to do the same. The question, what do you do differently to everyone else around you? What do you, I read that right too. Threw me off. What do you do differently to everyone else around you? What do you do to people around you that's different? I encourage them to think positively. I encourage them to pursue their dreams because I'm a dream manifester. I allow them to see how they can bring their dream right now on the spot. How I encourage people in a way to embody the energy and frequency that they truly desire right now on the spot with what they have. And it doesn't matter what their dream is, what their goal is, it's like, right now on the spot, this is what you can do. the abundance that you want, the manifestation that you have, what's on your heart and mind, what your passion that you're really trying to pursue here, outside of resources, this is how you really can do it, and I always make it bigger and better. Let me clean this up. Let me clean it up. Alright, this has been another episode of Tangential Thoughts. I'm your host, Q, the Energy Sage. And I'll see you next time. I think it's a Friday, right? It's a Friday. Oh, and he's 11:01 on the timer. Thank you. Saw 111. Yay. It's a Friday. 11 o'clock. People at school? Is that a holiday coming up? No. No, I really want to go to celebration. But they got kids here. Kids go to school. February. What takes precedence over school? That's something. Hey, can I ask what's happening? I was just asking what's happening. What y'all celebrating? I was just asking what y'all celebrating.
Oh no, this is like a business thing. They just make food. They're just trying to introduce their products.
Oh, what's
so
the product?
they use it.
Oh.
Like kitchen products.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a party. I didn't know what was going on. Okay. That's all I was asking. So it's a little business venture. Think about how like I guess they sell kitchen products. And then I guess do a little commercial. It's a business. Family business. So it's a kitchen product. That's my idea. Open the business. They really throwing their frisbee, man.